Hey, art historians, future art historians. I just wanted to go through our assignments for this week and maybe I can point a few things out for you. Some of us are visual learners, and I know I am. So just seeing and hearing about what I need to do for the week is much more helpful than just, something that I have to read and go through and oh my gosh, I've got to do all this stuff. So let me just show you. I'm going to put myself out of the way. And so when you open the course, you automatically get sent to getting started. So hopefully you've gone through all of this information already and you feel confident about it. And so now we're going to go to coursework. Okay, so Unit 1 should be done. We've already completed those discussion assignments, and now we're going to be going to Unit 2. So in Unit 2, you've got your checklist, and if you're a physical person that likes to print things out and check things off, here's your list. This is all you need. And then you've got 3 videos to watch. They're not short because they're covering a lot of information. I try to keep it as short as possible, but a whole chapter full of artworks, you've got to really focus on the highlights, and that's what I try to do with each of my lecture videos. So you're going to need to watch those. You can decide to do one at a time, which I think is really smart. Watch the video and then go back to getting started, where we can access our text as long as you have purchased the ebook. And then here, I like to keep pop-ups blocked, so I've got to launch the content, and that's perfectly okay because it gives you a link to click, so that's really nice. And then here we are. If you have already purchased or even if you're in the trial period, you'll see each chapter, and so you've got the chapter where you can read it, and there's some fun things about that in MindTab. So not only will it provide you with the actual text, but it will also allow you to have the text read to you. They've got like a couple different choices. For me, that's not for me because I find that I like to see the words as I'm reading. So you can listen to it and follow along with the words, but whatever method of learning works best for you. Some of you might like to just listen to it on your phone as you're driving, or listen to it in your bedroom. And then you're good with listening. So some people are like auditory learners, so if you're a really good listener, that would work for you. If you're a visual learner, you're going to have to see those images because, having the text read to you, you can't see the images and contemplate upon those images. So, you're going to need to look at them. So, it shows you can walk through all the images down here. So there's all kinds of ways to view the text. And then going back, let's see if it's going to let me. Everything seems to run slower when I'm doing a video. Let's see if I can just go back to it this way. Clicking on my ebook access. So that takes you right there, and it's such a helpful tool because all you need to do each time is sign in, and it will take you right to your text. So mine was already signed in, so easy peasy. So once I have looked at the lecture in coursework, so say we're in chapter 1, right? And I've already watched that lecture, and now I've got to go to the text, and I've already read the text. Now I need to go to here where your homework assignments are. In the calendar, it only tells you dates. So you've got to go to this icon, which I call hamburger view because it looks like a hamburger, and that's something you learn in design, to the outline view. And then here is where you're going to find Chapter 1 quiz. So see the red dot? That means it counts towards your grade. Last week, here when we did What is Art History, if you had the text then, you had an introductory quiz to help you get used to it, and then you can see the answers. So that's really fun. But once it's for your grade, can't see the answers anymore. So you've got to have those things in your mind, fresh in your mind, to do your best on the quiz. It's only going to be 5 questions. So if you miss 1, that's an 80. If you miss 2, that's a 60. If you haven't read or looked at anything and you're just guessing or trying to look things up on Google, that is never going to work, because what is in the text and in the lectures is all based on the text. And those are the answers that we need to know. So you'll find that if you try to look things up on Google and do things really fast, it's not going to work. You're going to end up getting 20s and 40s on your quizzes, and that's going to bring your grade down, your quiz grade. So make sure you're following the directions and setting aside time each week to do these things. Okay, back to the course. So we'll do that for Chapter 2, and also Chapter 3. So we're getting into Egypt already this week. Woohoo! So really exciting stuff. And then I usually like to throw in a fun video for you. So these links do not take you to the quiz. They're just a reminder to take the quiz, and that you will find in here, in your text, in your online text. But I love to throw in videos that are about something that's within our unit, and they're always like, 3 minutes of just joy for me. So I hope you will take time to check those out, because it makes our work more fun. Okay, now, once you're all set, and you've taken some notes for each chapter about, ooh, this was exciting, ooh, this was exciting, jot that down, blah, 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 blah. Then go to discussions, find your Unit 2, click on it, and here is where you will create a thread. So we remember that from when we did our introduction. Here's your directions again when you're creating the thread if you need to review. And we also have an excellent student example. This is an A work. So this is the kind of organization that I'm looking for. And I will tell you that each time you submit an assignment to the discussion board where you're answering these questions, I will automatically just take that and I will enter it into Grammarly. I want to see if there's any plagiarism, which that means you copied from the text or from the lecture, and that is no bueno. That will just give you a 0, and we don't want to get started in that kind of thing. If it gives you a good grade in Grammarly, so let's just show an example in Grammarly. So here is our student example, and I'm just going to take that. Maybe not. I was just going to copy and paste it, but I guess I got to save a copy of it. All right.